Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Roman Reigns' right-hand man, legendary tag team to reunite. 4 directions for Jimmy Uso when he returns to WWE programming. Jimmy Uso is one of WWE's most decorated athletes. He is both a 2-time Slammy Award winner and, more impressively, an 8-time tag team champion who has even been involved in the main event of WrestleMania, both as a competitor and in the way of interference. The talented Uso returned to television fairly recently after spending months away, but unfortunately he is gone again. Uso was one of several wrestlers to suffer an injury in the men's War Games match at Survivor Series, thus taking him out of action. While initial reports teased Uso would be back on television in January, it looks like he might return sooner. He is being promoted for the 2024 holiday tour and even put up an advertisement for it in his Instagram story, likely indicating a return is coming sooner than expected. Regardless of if he's back in December or January, Jimmy won't be gone for much longer. So naturally, the question is what kind of direction will his career take upon his return? This article will take a look at several different paths he can take once he's back in action. WWE has been making major moves in recent months. SmackDown moved from the Fox network to the USA Network in September. Then NXT moved from the USA Network to the CW in October. The biggest move is happening in a matter of weeks, however. Monday Night Raw will leave traditional cable for the first time in the show's 30-plus-year history and will be moving to Netflix. WWE is clearly excited about this, and a lot of attention will be given to the Red brand moving forward. To help strengthen Raw's roster ahead of the move, Jimmy Uso could switch over to the Red brand full-time. He could do so representing Roman Reigns and the OG Bloodline, or alternatively, he could go as his own man. Speaking of which, the Bloodline has found a lot of success both individually and collectively. Obviously, The Rock and Roman Reigns were massive stars even before being in the WWE faction. Meanwhile, Jey Uso, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn have all held singles titles since joining or leaving the stable. One person who has yet to hold a singles belt throughout his tenure in WWE is Jimmy Uso. While his brothers held the Intercontinental and North American championships respectively, Uso has only held tag team gold. Upon returning to television, Jimmy could look to right that wrong and chase after singles gold. Shinsuke Nakamura is the new United States champion, so if Uso remains on SmackDown, he could attempt to dethrone the newly crowned title holder and earn his first singles belt in his illustrious Raw and SmackDown career. The Usos are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. As noted, they've had numerous tag team titles while in WWE. Unfortunately, the pair went through a major split last year that led to Jimmy siding with Roman Reigns and Jey going out on his own. Recently, however, things have shifted. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso hugged and reunited in a combined effort to take down the new Bloodline. While the WWE stars are on different brands right now, the new transfer window could mean they end up on either Raw or SmackDown together. If the Usos do end up on the same show, they could reunite full-time as a tag team. The pair could potentially dethrone either the Judgment Day or DIY of Tag Team Gold and ride a new wave of momentum, further solidifying themselves as one of the best teams to ever do it. The Bloodline has had 2 main leaders over the past 4.5 years. Roman Reigns first led the WWE faction, and then Solo Sikoa took over. Both of them have had someone they dubbed as their right-hand man. For Solo Sikoa, it was Tama Tonga. Meanwhile, Jey Uso was called Roman Reigns' right-hand man. Obviously, once he left the group, that role was given up. While Solo was seemingly unofficially in the spot, he is no longer associated with the OTC either. This could be where Jimmy is elevated within the ranks of the Bloodline. Given that both Sami and Jay are unlikely to be full-time members of a new Bloodline under Roman, Jimmy can become the right-hand man while Reigns looks to expand the group and permanently take over yet again. The WWE Universe has been buzzing with anticipation for the return of Jimmy Uso, a pivotal figure in the Bloodline saga. With his betrayal of Roman Reigns and subsequent fallout with his brother Jey Uso, Jimmy's storyline is ripe with possibilities. As the WWE gears up for his return, fans are left wondering, what's next for the former tag team champion? Here are 4 compelling directions for Jimmy Uso when he re-enters WWE programming. One of the most obvious and emotionally satisfying directions for Jimmy Uso would be to reunite with his twin brother Jey. Together, the Usos have been one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history, amassing multiple championships and delivering unforgettable matches. However, their relationship took a dramatic turn when Jimmy betrayed Jey at SummerSlam, setting off a chain reaction that splintered the Bloodline. The WWE could build a redemption arc for Jimmy, where he acknowledges his mistakes and works to mend his bond with Jey. This reunion could lead to a thrilling storyline, where the Usos return to dominate the tag team division once again. Their chemistry and in-ring prowess remain unparalleled, and a comeback would inject fresh energy into the tag team scene. Additionally, their reconciliation could involve a feud with Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns' enforcer, who may feel betrayed by Jimmy's decision to step away from the Bloodline. A reunited Usos could even set their sights on the undisputed tag team championships, currently held by Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The drama of brothers reconciling and then competing for gold could be an emotionally charged storyline that captivates fans. Another intriguing possibility is for Jimmy to form an alliance with Solo Sikoa, creating a new sub-faction within the Bloodline. Solo has been portrayed as a fierce and independent competitor, often acting as Roman Reigns' enforcer, but showing hints of discontent with his tribal chief's leadership. Jimmy and Solo could bond over their shared frustrations with Roman's authoritarian rule and their mutual goal of carving out their own legacies. This alliance could set up a power struggle within the Bloodline, with Jimmy and Solo challenging Roman's dominance. The dynamic between Jimmy's charisma and Solo's quiet intensity could make for a compelling duo, capable of both tag team dominance and individual success. They could target Roman directly, positioning themselves as the next generation of the Inoue family to lead WWE. This direction would also provide Solo with more depth as a character, allowing him to evolve beyond being Roman's muscle. Meanwhile, Jimmy would benefit from the partnership, showcasing his leadership skills and proving that he's more than just a tag team specialist. In a shocking twist, Jimmy Uso could return to the Bloodline, pledging loyalty to Roman Reigns once again. While this might seem unlikely given recent events, WWE is no stranger to unexpected alliances and betrayals. Roman could manipulate Jimmy, exploiting his insecurities and convincing him that the Bloodline's dominance is the only way to secure their family's legacy. Jimmy's return to the Bloodline could reignite tensions with Jey, who has firmly established himself as a top babyface on Raw. This would open the door for another chapter in the brothers' rivalry, potentially culminating in a high-stakes match at a major event like WrestleMania. Alternatively, Jimmy's return could be part of a larger plan to dismantle the Bloodline from within. He could pretend to align with Roman, only to betray him at a critical moment, paving the way for a new era in WWE. This kind of long-term storytelling would keep fans guessing and add layers of complexity to the Bloodline saga. Perhaps the most compelling option for Jimmy Uso is to break away from the Bloodline entirely and embark on a solo journey. Jimmy has often been overshadowed by his brother Jey, who earned the nickname Main Event Jey Uso for his stellar performances in singles competition. A solo run would give Jimmy the opportunity to prove that he's just as capable of thriving on his own. WWE could position Jimmy as a conflicted anti-hero, torn between his loyalty to his family and his desire to forge his own path. This could lead to rivalries with top stars like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, or even Sami Zayn, who has his own history with the Bloodline. Jimmy's charisma and in-ring ability make him a strong candidate for mid-card success, potentially capturing the Intercontinental or United States Championship. A solo run would also allow Jimmy to explore new facets of his character. Whether he leans into his rebellious side or embraces a more introspective persona, the possibilities are endless. This journey of redemption and self-discovery could resonate with fans, solidifying Jimmy as a versatile performer capable of standing on his own. Jimmy Uso's return to WWE programming presents a wealth of storytelling opportunities. Whether he reunites with G, aligns with Solo, re-enters the Bloodline, or embarks on a solo journey, his next move will undoubtedly have a significant impact on WWE's landscape. The Bloodline saga remains one of the most compelling narratives in wrestling, and Jimmy's role in its next chapter will be crucial.